Here we go. Big
Yo,
boy
I'm not just gonna let
sports.
you get away with that.
We're
I'm not
here.
just gonna let you
Yep,
get
you
away
let
with
me
that.
get away with it. Big boy
Darren said
sports.
Chino,
We're live.
Darren said Chino only shows up to work because he's Mexican. And on that note, we are live on Big
Not
Boy
Chino.
Sports. His racist
The
self.
dog. The
Yeah,
dog.
right. And he's Mexican.
Yeah, he's from Mexico. And
Holy
viewers,
shit.
I'm not wearing a hat today, so it's already a crazy day. No,
Yo,
so
I never knew.
what I'm talking about is viewers. If you're wanting to listen, John's like, because I was talking about getting some artwork done, and John's like, well, why don't we put the if you're gonna get some artwork and put the dog on there, I want my cats on there. And I'm like, John, the cats don't show up for work. I was like, Kenny shows up for work because he's Mexican. He's here every damn day, you know.
First of all, Kennison is not Mexican. He is French. All right, let's get that out the way.
No. From Jalisco.
I told you know. I told you he didn't know Jose starts with a J. I told you he didn't know that.
Yo, when he just picked up Kennison, Kennison had a sign that says "Help me." Send help. Is that not a face that is being held hostage?
Oh, I can't tell you about what happened earlier because you guys will find out later. But it might have been animal abuse. And guys, no, I didn't do anything crazy to the dog. It's just a sports team that we put him in. But you guys will find out later in the year.
Allegedly.
And it's not the Pittsburgh Penguins like that. That's actually a good one. But the team we got him in, you guys will find out later in the year. Viewers, you can drop a comment on this video what you think it might be. If you guess it, I might Venmo you $10. I can't Cash App you. We can't talk about it. We don't want to go down with that.
Don't even get your hopes up. He ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We got
that's two Arby's 4-for-4s or Wendy's 4-for-4s.
We got a lot of wrestling news to talk about today. So
acknowledge me.
The first thing we got to talk about, it's not even that. First thing we got to talk about is the fact that Chino might have to only go back to watching AEW.
No, dude. Seriously. I'm
not even
go
mad.
You can finish, but we'll get into that.
That's gonna be first. We'll get into the acknowledgement after that, but I think this is the most important thing. So, for those of you who don't know, WWE has been in talks of selling their company for a few months now. It's been a little bit of a process, and we ended up finding out during WrestleMania weekend that the purchaser of this was going to be Endeavor, the parent company of the UFC. So basically, the WWE and the UFC were going to become one. And of course, everybody first saw that and went like, oh, great. They combine with the UFC. Maybe guys could jump over. Maybe a few guys that can fight. Maybe they can, take their talent somewhere else if they need to, which is probably a bad idea because what happens to them?
It is. Nobody. UFC is not going to start paying WWE prices. So ain't nobody from WWE switching.
Vibes during the weekend were fantastic. They were amazing. Everybody was so happy to hear it. And the fact that WWE's net value is $9 billion, more than $9 billion.
9.4 exactly.
9.4, yeah.
And you know how much Taco Bell you can buy with that?
Bro, because here's the thing too, and I know people don't like the guy that's in charge, but what I think is amazing about this is he bought the company from his dad in the early 80s for $1 million. And he bought it for literally 9,000 times that number. More than that.
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. Whether you think, whether you have a positive opinion, a negative opinion, whatever the case might be, that is an incredible feat, and that should be recognized, that should be talked about. And you don't really have to talk about it in the same breath as Vinny, but it's an amazing feat, and he wasn't the only one who put it together. Triple H's great booking over the last 8 months helped put this together, helped WWE's ratings go up,
tremendously.
He got back 18 people, which is probably all about the lose. So,
Yeah, agree.
with that being said, Vince McMahon and his shitty new mustache.
Oh my God!
Good. Chino could grow a better mustache than that.
And I tried. I'm trying. I am trying.
Bro, I could grow a better mustache than that. Jesus Christ. That thing looks horrible.
Man,
I saw
I don't
that
even
for
want
the
to
first
go on
time
his
in
looks right now.
What is that thing?
I don't even want to. He reminds me of you ever see Matilda, the dad?
Oh my God.
But
I'm thinking of that chocolate cake.
yeah.
Good God.
Man, honestly, look, I just want to start. Just let me just say this. Vince McMahon has my appreciation for what he's done with the company, what he's did with just point blank wrestling in
Triple
general.
H?
No, Vince McMahon.
You
From
appreciate what Vince has done.
because he ran WWE for a long time and did a great job. I can't take that away from him. We could go all the way back to the '80s with Macho Man and what you call obviously Hulk Hogan, who his stratosphere went out beyond, in big part because of McMahon.
Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage,
Randy Savage, like you could name the guys. The golden era is called the golden era for a reason. Then we go straight from the golden era to the attitude era.
Let me stop you there for a second. Vince, this is because this is when his style was at its best during the golden era. This is when they told the best stories and he did the best character work, and that was when it was the most well received. The character work was the emphasis back then, and that's what made WWE so good because especially combining it, with the mainstream audience, you'd never seen anything like that before.
And kayfabe was a real thing. Kayfabe was a real thing back then.
So real.
You didn't see people break character even in public. You know what I mean? Obviously, social media changed the game, but they adapted well. I give them that. They adapted well with the reality shows. Like people love seeing people drama. WWE pretty much has all that and more.
WWE made Young and the Reckless look like a bitch. Okay, greatest soap opera of all time. Okay,
yeah, man.
They made who look like a bitch?
Young and the Restless.
Young and the Reckless, Restless. Something that your mom and grandma probably watches.
I believe it.
I mean, McMahon did his thing.
Hospital, bro.
Yeah. Chino's like, I'll be watching them telenovelas.
Telenovelas. He just said the TV eggs.
That's Spanish General Hospital. Fuck out of here.
Man, fine silver. Have you ever fine silver? No, stop. Go back to McMahon thing, man. There's anybody that's a diehard wrestling fan grew up with WWF, WWE. So we wouldn't appreciate, and I'm speaking for a large group. We wouldn't appreciate WCW, New Japan Wrestling, ECW, if we didn't get into WWF. A lot of people started watching WWF first.
Oh, for sure.
Turning to WWE. Yeah. I'm a big fan of wrestling because of WWE. But honestly, man, I don't. We'll get into the Cody and Roman match later, which was a great match. I'm gonna say it was a great match. Shitty ending, but I mean, I feel like McMahon. He feels like he has to prove still that he can do it. He doesn't have to prove nothing, and what he's doing actually is, in a sense, he's damaging the damn company by trying to do what he used to do. You can't do the same things. You have to. Triple H did such a great job while McMahon was gone. I came back to WWE. Remember, John, I told you I was since when Kofi Kingston was after.
He said he's never watching it again.
Yo, I didn't even pay attention to Raw, SmackDown, and nothing. And then I started hearing the storylines coming. I'm all right, let me give it a peep. Great matches was happening, great storylines was happening. Right. So it's like Triple H did what he was supposed to do.
I have a question for you, dude.
Yeah, hold on. Honestly, I feel like Triple H, this is my opinion, he needs to start his own. Honestly, fuck it, go buy. Well, no, he can't afford AEW. I feel like Triple H needs to open it because for some reason, man,
Tino's drunk.
I honestly believe that
Triple H can start his own
if they bury Cody Rhodes, like I feel like they're doing, it's just not
Nah,
going to get good.
nah,
It's not
they're
going to
not
get
gonna.
good.
I don't know if they're gonna bury him yet. I haven't lost faith yet because he did beat Seth Rollins with the Secretary.
Yeah, but
So
look at how they did. He lost at WrestleMania, and then to get demolished, he didn't get beat up. He got demolished by Brock Lesnar.
I mean, yeah, but he also walked off. There was a segment where he walked off.
But here's what I think. Here's what I think. Call me crazy. Roman technically doesn't have to prove himself to anybody anymore. I'm thinking it's gonna be set up. It's gonna be Roman Reigns. It's gonna be a triple threat match. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar versus Cody, and that's how Cody's gonna come on top.
I
It's
like
gonna
it. I like it. If that's how it goes, I would like it.
But that's not going to make sense because they talked about it on Raw. Brock Lesnar forfeited his chances at the title. That wouldn't make sense. So
how did I didn't watch Raw. I know that's horrible. I mean, I watched that with the volume on. But like, what happened? Let's drive in this. How did he forfeit his? Because it's WWE, they'll make something happen coming from there.
You know, McMahon, he'll make it happen again.
He'll make it happen if you want it, son. He'll make it happen or you're fired.
So this is my opinion. We'll segue here. This is my opinion about the Reigns and Rhodes match. So yeah. I'm kind of in the middle between both of you. Darren kind of wanted this outcome, and Chino was on the other side of it. Would I have preferred to see Cody Rhodes win the title? Yes, I feel like it was time. I feel like it had been building, and I feel like, this was a good time to hit a crescendo. I think WrestleMania is always a good time for that. Look at the reaction we got on night one. The reaction would have only been bigger ending a 950-day reign. I can't think of any champion in any company in the last, 40 years who has held a title for that long. So I thought this was a good time. But with that being said, the storytelling that has gone on during, the Bloodline, the Roman Reigns stuff, it's all been excellent. So if there's really something on the other side of this, I'm willing to give it a chance. Do I like the fact that Triple H isn't going to be the one to tell that story? No. But again, with that being said, the storylines have also a lot of the time been put in the hands of Paul Heyman, who is a creative genius, and that's the reason why this has gone so long. And I think they could come up with a big crescendo for WrestleMania 40, whether the opponent is The Rock, who, if that's the case, Roman Reigns should beat him, or somebody else. And I think there's a bunch of different ways that you can book this. Maybe one of the big four pay-per-views. Maybe the right person cashes in on the right championship this time. Because as many good things as we saw during the Triple H era over the last 8 months, Austin Theory cashed in on the U.S. champion and losing was not one of them.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't nobody bringing that up. But, I definitely think there is something around the corner that, we would be able to see. And I would be remiss to say that I haven't enjoyed the last nearly 3 years of this title reign. I didn't think this was possible. Even, 2 years ago when he'd been champion for a year. I saw this ending, at WrestleMania 38 at, the worst back then. And, of course, he retained against Brock Lesnar and, he continued to retain the title. And as much as I thought he was going to lose at WrestleMania 39, I've enjoyed this, man. So, if, you don't want to end it here and you want to have something crescendo bigger, and they think they can do it, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So I think let's see where it leads. But if you don't have The Rock as your WrestleMania 40 opponent, I think you need to drop the championship because, if you're not going to do it at the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania in a moment like that, when are you going to do it? So,
yeah. I did say that they were going to wait for the 1,000 days.
Unless you're facing The Rock. Go ahead.
No, I did say that the only thing that made them have Roman win was because they pushed him for the 1,000 days. I honestly,
But here's the
like,
thing.
I think everybody besides Darren wanted Roman to win. I wanted Cody to win. Darren said something earlier that I want to just retouch where he says he proved himself. Honestly, he hasn't. Every title defense, he had help, outside help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he needs to, like, you're not going to put this prestige character of I'm the tribal chief, but yet every chance that you get, you're getting help to win.
That
So
is
you know,
true.
like that's the only thing that WWE is kind of messing up on. You have to have somebody.
That's the thing. He's brought the whole family up with him, and now we also have.
But I'm saying, if you're gonna make this man the champion of all champions, unified, you have to let him win at least one main event by himself.
Clean as a whistle. I get you.
It'd be like
you have to,
it'd
man.
be like
it makes no sense. Here's what I'm interested to see.
It'd be like if
don't have a championship now.
It'd be
Darren, I'm sorry.
It'd be like if an NFL team was going undefeated in the season, but it's because they're getting fake pass interference calls and fake holding calls, you know. And,
like they're getting help on the way,
and their balls are getting deflated, you know. I mean, it would only make sense, you know. So like, it takes the prestige.
I knew where he was going right from the start.
It takes the prestige out of the Lombardi Trophy, you know. Just like, so I mean, that's the thing. Like, I didn't want Cody to win. Like, my thing is, I want, you know, whoever takes the strap from Reigns, is I want it to be some badass character. That's the thing. Like, I'm not, no disrespect to any of the wrestlers right now, because I get it, you know, it's creative and it's everything. It's not all in them. But man, I remember when we watched, you know, when I was younger, there was, you know, the characters were badasses, and you would see people. And it's like, oh shit, oh shoot, I hit a button. Are we still there? We're still here. Okay.
Yeah, we're go recording.
Technical.
I don't see you're making a point, but you know, I don't see what's wrong with the person you're talking about.
I mean,
Cody is the guy right now. This is why I say Cody's the guy. Let me just say this. Cody's the guy because he left WWE. He built AEW. AEW is something as big as WWE. Whether people like to agree with it or not.
Gotta get into, by the way.
And then you bring him back. He's the guy right now. So it's no way that we're gonna sit here and say Cody don't deserve to be champion. I can't agree with that. He has to win the championship in order to justify it.
He's competing with a torn pec.
Timeout.
Yeah, I agree. Injuries happen. I get it. But you're not going to build the storyline. I'm going to say they built the storyline for what, a few months now, just to him losing at Mania. It just like, what the hell was the story for then? You know, like you were talking about, oh, my dad never won the championship. So it's like, what I said before, not the last one, on Saturday before Mania, what I said is, I honestly believe Roman was going to win so they could push the 1,000 days, and then they're either going to have Cody come back and win, either in SummerSlam, or they're going to wait until the whole year later and build something up again so he could beat him out the second time in WrestleMania again. John froze. I said some cool shit. And he like, I can't.
He did.
I froze him to death.
You froze him. All I gotta say, Chino, is you said AEW is. Oh shit, we lost John. But all I need to say is you said AEW is just as big as WWE.
No, you know what I mean. What I mean is,
I know what you mean.
Fandom.
My rant is unrelated, and this is to Jazzwares. If anybody watching works for Jazzwares that makes the AEW figures, you guys suck, because every time I try to pose them, the head pops off, the body pops off, and I'm not trying to over here Chainsaw Massacre my figures. So,
I just finished playing. I finished playing WWE 2K13, and Roman Reigns' hair was nowhere near his head.
You're talking about 2023?
Yeah, the new one.
You said 13.
Oh, I said 13. That's how way back. That's how far back it felt like.
He's on that good weed. It's like, man, I'm playing 2K13. I
went back, man.
Did you see I think it was Reigns versus Taker, and Taker's hair is all poofy, and Reigns' hair.
With
I'm
the
like, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Come on, man. You know how to make the video game. Make the video game. Man,
did you know that there was not a WWE 2K22?
No,
they took a year off and then come back for this. But anyway, like talk about Roman Reigns.
My dad's got 2K21, and they had the commercial for 23. He's like, man, I'm taking that to GameStop. He's like, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna put it in the fire pit. He's like, man, that game. He's like, because every time I play him, I beat him in like 30 seconds. I'll roll him up, and he can't get out of the pin count. I'm like, yeah, man, fastest pinfall ever.
Your dad's funny as hell, man.
You said what?
So your dad's funny as hell. I saw that video where y'all went to the basketball game.
Man, he was making fun of me, dude, because we parked next to this Jeep, and this Jeep was like a high-level Jeep, and the door is opening, and the door is hitting this guy's tire because it's like all stuck out. And I'm like, Dad, I can't get out of the car. I can't get out of the truck. He's like, well, lose some damn weight, son. You get out of the truck. I'm like, Dad, I can't get out. He's like, you can get out. I'm like, I can't get out. So I literally closed the door. He has to drive forward. I'm like, Dad, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Yeah, I always leave extra room on my side because I know that tight fit. Big boys,
man. He didn't care. He's like, you need to lose some weight. So I'm like, Dad, I can't. I'm like, I'm in big boy sports. If I lose weight, it screws up the whole show.
But I guess it's John. We lost John. We could speak about other things.
He's back now. He's back now. He's
coming back. He's coming back. All right.
He's somewhere. He's lost in Jersey somewhere.
Oh, I had to turn the heat off in my car. My phone got too hot.
Gotcha. It sounds you look like you're part of that Eminem video, Stan, recording for him.
He does look like that. The way he's like, driving. He's driving through Jersey. The damn Italian mob. He's like, you disrespected my mother's meatballs. I'm gonna kill you, John. I'm killing you, Johnny boy. You're going into the Hudson.
It sound like we just completely went off the rails without my guidance.
You're guidance. Shut the hell up. We're
actually doing better than
we're doing better. We're talking about action figures and 2K23 and stuff that's not paying us, but we're talking about it, man.
Yeah, we got off track from the real news. I see how it is.
No, man.
Yo. With that being said, can we talk about the fact that AEW is going to London?
That's pretty interesting.
People complain about they're not doing 10,000 seaters. I'm like, if they sell 25% of Wimbledon, that's fucking phenomenal.
Dude,
for AEW.
They're trying to fill a 90,000 per stadium.
No, Wimbledon is over 100,000.
Well, I thought it was 90,000 the capacity.
Oh, well, then I read something wrong then.
I bet you it sells out. I mean, you said 25%. I bet you it sells out.
Yeah, of course. AEW, first time in London, or in Europe in general, it's going to sell out.
What's the biggest AEW gate? What's the biggest gate they've ever done? Is it around like 20?
I don't even know. That's a good question. I can find out.
I totally wish
I got my laptop with me. You got your laptop with you, and your phone with you, Darren?
Do I have my phone with me? Yeah. What are we looking at? Biggest AEW gig?
Google that real quick.
I feel like I'm the statistician right now. Like,
yeah, you're the what you call the
stat guy,
the tech guy.
The big AEW's here we go. Hold on. AEW's current attendance record is 20,177 from the Dynamite Grand Slam event at New York City's Arthur Ashe Stadium in 2021. Wow. WWE announced an attendance of 80,355 people at SummerSlam 1992 at Wembley Stadium. That's in England.
Yo, because I'm thinking, like, how amazing would it be if AEW even get close to selling that out? They get anywhere close. Like, say, even if they get like 60, 70,000, because I think like even like 30 to 40 right now.
What if they break WWE's all-time record?
Well, look how many European stars they have too. They just signed Jay White, which it's probably one of the biggest signings of the year so far.
Well, here's the thing. You're gonna have to have a lot probably of international talent, especially UK talent.
Yeah, which they do have. They do have.
AEW International. I know they do have it. The AEW International Championship getting defended and being high on that card is a must. I would like Orange Cassidy to still be AEW champion. I think that's where he should get dethroned by a UK guy. I would start putting that in the works now. And then
MJF?
No, Orange Cassidy.
Oh, okay, because MJF is definitely not going to lose in London.
No, how about this? Find a way to make MJF versus Jay White happen at All In.
Oh, it's going to happen. They're going to. Jay White's going to end up winning championship. I think Adam Cole.
Adam Page.
Adam Page. Adam Page is. I feel like he's up next. He got injured. That's why his little run got stopped.
I'd like to see Adam Page versus Moxley. That'd be good. But put it in
they already wrestled, which was a great match. Make
it a no holds bar London street fight.
I would like to see Hangman Adam Page versus MJF too, but I also like the feud in it. I like the fact that they're adding the fact that they're kind of putting them against Daniels in a little bit.
They need to make it a pub match.
A pub match.
No, they do, man. Pull some shit like the old WWE would do. Like the greatest skit, one of the greatest freaking matches is Stone Cold versus Booker T in the grocery store.
The Britain Brawler.
You could do the Britain Brawl. There we go, right here. Watch now. They're gonna copy this and they're gonna do it.
I want my 10%. Damn it.
The Britain Brawl. They're in the streets. They're in the Britain Brawl. Britain Brawl.
I don't know how they haven't done it with Sheamus yet.
Yeah, I don't know. An island, the Dublin disaster.
Do you know Endeavor, the company Endeavor that bought WWE and UFC? It's a Saudi Arabian company.
It's a Saudi Arabian company.
Oh, snap! Your dog turned into a cat.
They got ties to Saudi Arabia. It only makes sense.
Saudi Arabia.
Hey, man. Do you know how rich Saudi Arabia? They're offering. I know it's going off track, but they're offering Lionel Messi $400 million for a year.
No way, $400 million for a year,
dude. Ronaldo signed for $250 million for 1 year.
Man, I'm gonna sign for 1 year, dude. They're gonna put me up there. I'm gonna be my fat ass gonna be up there. I'll get in shape. I'll play soccer.
Everybody's gonna be moving that.
I'll play soccer for 20 hours a day. I don't care.
Well, I know we've been on wrestling right now.
Darren get crossed up. That's entertaining to
me. Break his ankles quick.
Right. Good luck.
Quick question: are y'all paying attention to basketball or just me?
Yeah, no, because the Pacers ain't making it. We already talked about that Tuesday.
We just blew out the Sixers today.
Joel Embiid, I think, sealed the deal, bud.
He's still my MVP, but I feel like if we get to play them in the playoffs, I like our chances.
I'm still behind KD's getting another ring. The Suns they're gonna get it this year.
The Suns are gonna take it.
Paul's getting his first rings. KD's getting Paul's.
I don't know, man. This year is actually up in the air. It's up in the air who will win it. Like last year, when nobody thought Golden State was going to win it, everybody thought it was Celtics.
I bet you some spaghetti and the meatballs. The Suns are going to win. That's the meatballs.
Everybody thought it was the Celtics or the Warriors, and the Warriors.
No, not last year.
Yes, they did. The Warriors won
but last year. When the Warriors made the playoffs, they did every round. They were like, they're going to lose this round. They're going to lose this round.
Warriors are the defending champions.
Yes, because they're winning it. I'm talking about last year. They didn't expect them to win it last year.
I called the Warriors winning it. I picked the Warriors.
All right, I don't believe you. Your hair is definitely lying.
Man,
no, you picked the Sixers, John. Shut the fuck up.
That's bull.
John picked the Sacramento Kings to win.
The Kings are looking good, dude.
Kings are looking phenomenal, bro. They're the teamwork.
Kings are relevant for what?
Yo, their coach is definitely coach of the year.
All right, here I'm picking
no
it
way
now
he
though.
doesn't win it.
I'm picking NBA Finals right now. I don't even care. I don't even care what you guys say. Yeah, and you should be happy because I'm picking your guys' team. Well, I'm picking John's team. I'm saying NBA Finals is Sixers Suns. I'm saying Sixers Suns. I think it's going to be Embiid
Sixers and
versus
who?
Suns.
Suns?
KD, not KB. KB
Nah,
toys.
man,
There we
believe it
go.
or not, I got Bucks going back at it. And then the West is the only thing that's hard. I'm gonna pick the Golden State just because they played best in playoff
I mean,
time.
you're gonna pick a 6 seed Golden State Warriors to make it to the finals.
Dude,
I mean,
look at what they did last year with the team they had last year.
Yeah, but their last 10 games, dude, 6-4, man, 6-4. I mean, I know the Suns are 7-3, but I mean,
The Suns are good against shitty teams. The Suns play good against shitty teams.
I mean, you're right though on the Bucks. So the Bucks last 10,
they're 7-0 with Durant in the
lineup. Man, what about the Detroit Pistons? Their last 10 is 0-10, dude. That's phenomenal.
They're gonna win it all.
And guess what? They're gonna beat the Pacers tomorrow. They're gonna end their losing streak again. They're
losing streak to the Pacers. They're as irrelevant as every team in Detroit.
Hey, I'm not a Pistons. Don't we only got 5 minutes. We don't have enough time to talk about football, and we know our asses ain't doing a second episode. It's okay. Detroit's winning it all this year. Football.
Oh yeah.
They'll make the playoff.
Our next episode, I'm gonna show it. I just don't feel like grabbing it. I just got my hat, my 2023 NFL draft hat. So beautiful. It's amazing.
Chino says I can't get my ass out of bed. I'm too.
Hell no, it's a little bit too far. By the time I come back, it's gonna be like.
I'll tell you that.
No, by the time you come back, it's gonna be over with.
I bet after the crappy season he had, Matthew Stafford wishes he stayed with Dan Campbell now.
Matthew Stafford got injured, man.
Stafford's a tough son of a bitch. I ain't gonna lie, but Stafford's career is over with. He's done. It's over.
Hey, they've been saying. First of all, I'm never going to say that because they said that when he left to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
they said, he's done. He should just retire. My man,
he's
that
more.
Was not on him.
He's more banged up than an '80s porn star. It's over.
Oh shit! I like that one.
I'm just
more
saying.
Banged up than Madison Ivy. More banged up than all of them.
I don't even know. Like
that's what we should do. We should look for porn stars to come do Big Boy Sports with us.
You know what? I know a few. Like I'm not.
Yo. Well, I'm gonna look around and look on Twitter, see if any porn stars is down.
Matthew Stafford is more smoke than Madison Ivy's stash. Oh, it's true. It's dead.
That's what we need to have. Maybe that'll be once a month. We get a porn star on here and we do.
Yeah, man. Once a month.
And we got to do it during the NFL season. And we got to talk about the biggest bang of the week. And we got to talk about who we think got the biggest hit, the biggest injury, or the biggest hit of the week. And we're gonna call it the biggest bang of the week. And we're gonna have her talk about it. She's like,
that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest bang of the week is the next
I love how this man brings up a biggest segment, and it's like we have to do it with the porn star.
I like how he's doing the whole time, just leaning back. The whole time he's standing, leaning back.
I don't like how Kenny's not on screen anymore. Yeah, you already talked about animals.
This dog looking like, what the hell?
Yeah. Hey, he's can't feed me some kibble first.
Kibble. You think, man, we ain't poor in this house. Well, we are poor, but he ain't gonna know that because of that. He's getting the
like, we might be poor, but my dog eat like a king. Yeah, my dog's the same way.
Bro, I don't know about that.
Man, all I can say is Big Boy Sports, we do got a net future. We've got to have our own YouTube channel soon, our own Instagram. We're gonna go global, baby.
Up, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go global. We're all gonna move somewhere. You heard, John? We all gonna move to Los Angeles.
The big boy brand is real.
Man,
we have fun here on Big Boy Sports. John
always,
Brecco,
man.
Tito De Leon,
Yep.
and his dog, mostly his dog.
Kennison.
We'll be back, y'all. Dude.
See ya, man.